Alright, hey there, Mrs. Price. So, I guess this is my project, and one thing I wish I'd known at the beginning of the semester was that even though freshman experience wasn't going to be a hard class, I was still going to have work for it, and I was still going to need to do it to make a good grade. Um, Now that I blew it off, I'm probably not going to be able to get an A like I should have, and that should have been an easy A that I could have gotten in my class. And if I could go back to my high school self and tell him one thing, I would probably tell him that college is going to be fun, and there's going to be hundreds of distractions every week, many things that you want to do and things you'd like to do more than study, but college isn't like high school, and it's going to be a lot harder, and the professors aren't going to be treating you like they're your parents and on your back telling you when your assignments are due and when your exams are. You just have to be a little bit more responsible than that, and I needed to tell myself to rely on myself more than others. The one guest speaker that made the biggest impact to me was probably the relationship guy, because I've always struggled with that, and I really think he makes some good points. And when he was going through, he was saying all these things, and I was like, wow, yeah, that relates to me. And he made me realize that you're not going to find someone you're truly happy with unless you're willing to sacrifice things for them. And that's been really tough for me, because I'm a competitive bodybuilder, and there's a lot of things I sacrifice for that. So it's really hard to sacrifice even more and put that into relationship. But it's a two-way street. I can't expect a girl to sacrifice for me or a friend if I'm not going to do it for them. So my one thing domino assignment, it started off as making a 3.5 GPA through this semester, and I did not accomplish that domino, I don't believe. But what I learned in the process was, by the end of the semester, I started setting smaller goals and started doing one little thing at a time that led to my larger goal and as the outcome. And when I did that, I really started to accomplish some things, and I really started to make better grades. And one of the 7 habits that I found most helpful was the multitasking, and that it is completely false, and I didn't believe it at first, until I started really thinking about it, and I started trying it, and I started noticing that I can't do it. And I think the main reason I found that one so helpful is because I would try to have my phone out, and I would be texting and trying to pay attention at the same time, especially in class, and then I would kind of look back and realize I didn't even comprehend what the professor said, but I do remember what was on my phone, and so I started turning my phone off when I went to class, and that really helped. Once I started doing that, I found that I started making a little bit better grades on my tests, because I actually knew how to apply what I learned in class, because I was actually thinking about it when I was in class. My one thing domino for next semester is going to be the same. I'm going to still try to get a 3.5 next semester, and that's going to be my domino for the rest of my college career. I don't believe I'm going to be a 4.0 student, but if I can get a 3.5, I'd be happy with that. One thing that I'll take away from HS 1112 is that although your professors may not be trying to help you specifically, there are a lot of people on campus that want to help you, and you just have to go to them yourself, and you can't rely on other people because they're not going to do it for you. College is something you have to do on your own, and you can't expect your advisors to plan your schedule for you, or your professors to remind you every single class when you have a test. You really need to keep an agenda, and don't overload yourself. You have plenty of time. You just have to assign yourself one thing a day, one thing to do. And once you accomplish that, give yourself some free time. Give yourself something that you want to do. And that's all. Thanks.